And your parents can see these as well. They're on YouTube. The mathematical use of the words not, and or. Part A, statements. A statement in mathematics is a sentence that is known to be true or false. Write a statement about your math teacher that you know to be true.
Mr. Yanover is male. If you deny that, then I'm sorry.
You must be genius if you know that. Smart. He's actually right. Oh my god. I'll try so. Okay.
Well, we don't know that.
We don't know that. We don't stalk you. Actually, no.
That's two.
STI?
Write a statement about your math teacher that you know to be false.
Mr. Yanover is female. By the way, I got that from Brian yesterday.
He's 18.
He's 18.
Hey, that's true.
Is the following math teacher? Is the following sentence about your math teacher considered to be a statement?
No.
You guys are so wrong. You guys are so wrong.
I win.
Where's the little slidey things on the wrong side of the... It's on the other side. Using the word not. The word not is used to form the negation of a statement. Write the negation of the statement in question 1.
Mr. Yanover is Ryan is
Write the negation of the statement in question 2.
Mr. Yanover is not female.
No, isn't it?
I don't think that's what you're answering.
No, the negation of the what?
Hey, when it runs out of ink.
Wow. What? Don't run so quick. It ran out of battery.
I think you should throw it out and get a new one.
Yeah, I know. The word not can also be indicated using the mathematical symbols. So not less than or equal to, not greater than or equal to, not equal to, not less than, not greater than. Indicate the following solutions on a number line. X is not equal to 3. So how are we going to indicate that?
Not three. You put a blank.
Empty hollow circle. Empty hollow circle.
You draw it.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, follow circle.
And yes, I was right.
Congratulations. I win. It looks exactly what I would.
Okay, so an open circle indicating not 3, but then arrows indicating everything but, right? So below and above.
Already great.
It's like a T.
Yes, it is.
It's kombucha.
I don't know what that is.
X is not greater than -2. What's that mean?
It means it's smaller.
If it's not greater than, then what is it?
It's
That's
smaller.
equal to.
Less than or equal to, which we indicate by?
Filled circles.
Okay?
What?
What? Okay.
Speaking English.
X is not less than or equal to 5, so it must be
Greater than.
really lousy scale I picked to put there. Hey, I've got the round circle eraser back.
You know why I did it wrong? You don't give me enough money.
All right, what do we say not less than or equal to was?
Greater than.
So how do I indicate that?
Are you equal to?
I had a derp.
What?
I just reading my words on my books.
It's still different. I don't know why he also wrote less than. Why did you write less than too? Because you don't take these out. I don't take work seriously. You're really bad at this.
Tuesday.
Why couldn't I have kept the other two and sent you away? No choice. It's obvious I had no choice in what student stayed and when, right?
Yeah, well, that's kind of.
Okay, part C, compound statements using the word and. Two statements can be combined to make a compound statement using the word and. State whether each statement is true or false. Halloween is on October 31st.
Yes. False. If you were in
New Year's Day is on January 1st.
False.
Canada Day is on July 4th.
Chinese New Year this weekend.
Halloween is on October 31st and New Year's Day is on January 1st.
Wrong. What time zone are you in?
Canada Day is on July 4th and New Year's Day is on January 1st.
True and false.
What?
Right.
No, it has to be and.
So, reading about a statement using the word and is true only if both parts of the statement are true. Okay, so when you say and, then they both must be true. Write a compound statement about your principle that uses the word and. That is true. What was it?
Use the principle that he is ultimate power.
Who is the principal of Henry Wiseman?
Il est Monsieur Slim.
No, don't get his name though.
I don't know what to write. Monster Slim.
If only his last name was Python. Is he a male? Okay, male. Thank you. Guys, you don't yes, you wrote this on
It's a math.
What?
He wears suits.
No, he doesn't.
No, I read that about Amen.
Write a compound statement about your principle that uses the word and that is false.
It's a female. And wears glasses. He is. And she wears glasses.
And
Oh
wears
my God.
glasses. You realize he's a man.
How tall is he?
He did.
Only one person is supposed to be false. We're really bad at this. What?
Yeah.
So he's not a man?
Is he like 5'7"?
Watch actually be 6 No, only one person can be false.
The factors of 24 are
1, 2, 4, 6. 12. 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
6, 8, 12, 24.
It's on the bottom.
Oh, no.
the factors of 30 are
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, 30. Written at the bottom.
Oh, wow.
the numbers that are a factor of 24 and a factor of 30 are
1.
Any others? That's it. A Venn diagram could be used to represent the above sets of numbers. You seen Venn diagrams before? No? Really?
Yeah.
Which is it?
It's two circles put together.
No, they're ovals. You can never draw a perfect circle.
I don't know. So here's a Venn diagram.
Oh, I get it.
What is that?
Wow. Oh, yes.
It's a duck on a piano. And
No,
a beaver.
platypus.
And now it's a platypus.
So duck with a keyboard, platypus with a guitar, and a duck-billed platypus with a guitar, right? So that's the...
Isn't that a beaver?
No, it's a platypus. Okay, a Venn diagram can be used to represent the above sets of numbers. Let A represent the set of all factors of 24, and let B represent the set of all factors of 30, Enter the elements of A in circle A and enter the elements of B in circle B. Since there are elements that are common to both sets, i.e. duck-billed platypi with ketars, there is an overlap between the two sets and the circles should be drawn as shown below. So if they share common elements, and what do? We put in the overlap, the ones that belong to both. So 1 is in both sets. 2 is in both sets. 3 is in both sets. And 6 is in both sets. Numbers that are only in set A are which? And thank you.
Why did you just laugh out?
Huh? Because the accents are switching.
We're having different accents now.
Yeah. You'll have a chance to work on it as a minority in here.
It's totally
What?
Wait, too late.
There's, like, what, 4 of us maybe?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and the white females forget it.
Where?
Where?
There are none.
You're really bad at this.
If we drew a Venn diagram, they wouldn't be in here.
Stereotypical racism.
Okay. Which numbers should be entered in the overlap?
Things in the center.
Which numbers should be entered in the section of circle A that does not overlap?
The things that are not in sector B.
So things which only belong to the set of. The resulting Venn diagram is shown below. What? All that work and it was done for us?
Oh my god, I didn't do anything.
Ah. Notation. The intersection of sets A and B is denoted by A. That's right, intersect. Intersect B. Okay, so get used to it. Intersection.
No, it's so ugly. So ugly.
I know. And
We
yes,
should draw a symbol that actually says the intersect. Like
Is
two
that
lines.
sweet or is that?
Possibly in the shape of both sides.
What is that? Is that?
it's kombucha. How many times do you have to be told?
Where's kombucha from? What country?
Oh, Russia, China, who knows?
Some exotic place in the
Some Asian place.
Yeah. Somewhere on the border of Russia and China. I don't know.
Where do you find all this stuff?
I make it myself.
Moose bacon.
On a number line, indicate, comes with the shoes. On a number line, indicate the location of the numbers described by each of the following columns. So do this on your own, figure it out. Check with your neighbors. Okay. So I'm gonna, put down an appropriate scale.
Why do you just stick to like 1, 2, 3?
I will pause this.
Don't pause there.
What's the solution for n is less than 3 and n is greater than or equal to negative 3? What kind of dots do I put and where? What kind of?
Dark black dot.
And then what?
Like white dot. White dot.
Why are you guys so racist?
Why are you guys so racist? I was saying that's why.
Okay, true, false, yes, no.
Do we?
Can we have a half wheel dot to make the other dot feel less lonely? To make it African American.
There's already an African American.
n is less than 2 and yes.
He's appealing so that we're good. Oh, what you guys discuss?
What do you mean? Like,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, that's funny.
I just put a straight line. I just put a line.
I mean, in the book they'll show it with like a line over top of the line, but that's hard for us to show on tests and stuff. That's why I draw the line over. Okay. But they would show you like a dot here, dot, and like a red line or something on there, right? And I could do that because I have colors that'll write on the line. But the other thing is I have colors now, and in Word it's only black that it'll write. Huh.
Wait, why is it blue? I just realized it's
Purple, it's warrior colors. Okay, n is less than 2 and n is less than 0. What do I put where? So what does this degenerate to? Right, so really it's just n is less than 0, right? Because for them both to be true, you can get rid of the n is less than 2, right? So 1 doesn't fit, right? Because it's not less than 0. So solid or open? Okay. N is less than negative 2 and n is greater than or equal to 1. What do I put? A dot on negative 2?
Next dots.
Like that?
double dots.
Spiral dots. Black dot on negative 1.
Yellow dots.
Yellow dot. Yes, yellow dot. Make us small for majority.
What's the solution to this?
There is no.
There is
And
no.
there is in the one.
Yeah, see, told you, Logan. Why did I copy you?
That's why I said
Why did
spiral
you
dot.
copy
copied me.
Why did you copy me?
You said
Why
there was
did you
no
copy
solution.
him?
Why
He
would
has
you
like-
copy it?
I win.
Compound statements using the word or. Two statements can be combined to make a compound statement using the word or. State whether each statement is true or false. Canada Day is on July 1st. Canada Day is on July 4th. Halloween's on October 31st. Halloween's on November 30th. Canada Day is on July 1st or Halloween is on October 31st. Canada Day is on July 1st or Canada Day is on July 4th. Canada Day is on July 4th or Halloween is on November 30th. A statement using the word or is true if either one or both component statements are true. True. The statement using the word or is false only if both component statements are false.
Half a tree.
And what's an exclusive or? Or XOR.
Pure.
Or ZOR for those of us who didn't know.
Zor is an alien species from some planet. Yes.
What's an exclusive or?
It's all truth.
No?
Something I ate.
True. Exclusive or means one and only one of the statements is true. You don't have to know this. It's a good thing because only one of you knows this. Recall the factors of 24 are and the factors of 30 are, and the Venn diagram representing two sets of numbers shown below is.
Below. There's no is.
The numbers that are a factor of 24 or a factor of 30 are.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. All of them. Every single complex number ever. 5, 40.
Oh God.
So which of them is it? It's all of them, right? So or is everything that's up there, right? Because it's either a factor of 24 or a factor of 30. Only one of those needs to be true, or both are true. So both are true in this and this and this and this case, and only one is true in every other case, right? So for an or to be true, you only need one thing to be true. So when you ask me an or statement, I'm likely going to answer yes to you. And then you're going to look at me all confused. Is the test Friday or Monday? Yes. Now you do know one thing. It's on one of those days. You just don't know which is what you really wanted to know. But
on Friday and Monday.
you'll get used to it. Then you have to narrow things down. Is it Friday? Which part of the diagram represents the factors of 24 or 30?
part A, part B, and part AB.
All of it,
The
yeah.
entire thing.
So,
That's AB. The diagram.
yeah, let's say the entire.
Well, the
Dude,
circle
I
is
just
just a
drew the
factor.
entire thing out.
The
Entire.
A used in the line isn't a factor.
So, let's just say.
All the numbers.
Things will happen as the covers fall. It's not like
That. Any number to circle. The union is represented by A union B. At least this makes sense because it looks like a U. That's how I remember it, right? Union, U, union. The other one, not union, so intersection. The union of two sets is A and B is denoted by A union B. Or sometimes you could read as A or B, right? Because the union is or, which means the other one, A intersect B, could be read A and B.
They should just not. Why don't they just use the and symbol?
Which leads us to this statement.
to be or not to be. Oh, I get it.
To be you.
Wow.
I've been saving that.
Everybody's reference that.
I've been saving that for a day now because I only thought of it a couple of days ago. So.
Somebody got a good
On a number line, indicate the it was like a Shakespeare T-shirt, so it had 2B in a circle, and then it had 2B in a circle with a slash through it. So it's sort of the Hamlet shirt, right? It's like 2B. Okay. On a number line, indicate the location of the number described by each following compound statements. Okay, so again, do this, and then we'll come back together in a moment. I can pause this, I guess. Okay, what do I write? What do I put? Where do I put it?
You put it on the 2 and the negative.
What do I put on the negative 2?
A circle.
What kind of circle?
A hollow circle.
And then what do I put where?
A darky circle.
And
10 arrows out of them.
which way?
Penis. Right and left.
Your turn.
Yes.
Wait.
What?
N is greater than 1 and below negative 2.
So I don't want
What? Okay. What do we do here?
So my answer is 4.
What does it degenerate to?
less than 5.
That's all we need, right? The n is less than 3. Who cares?
It's also less than.
Since any number less than 5 must also be less than 3, we don't really need to show anything separate.
That's not true. 4 is not less than 3. It's less than 5.
Okay, what about this one?
Any number possible.
It's 2 circles and then they intersect. What?
What?
Half black and half white.
White? Underneath,
Yes.
underneath.
So what is it really? It's just everything.
Possible.
Oh.
There are no numbers that are neither greater than negative 2 nor less than or equal.
Wow. I say wow.
Use of the words neither nor. Interpreting a Venn diagram. The Venn diagram below displays results of a survey of several families regarding technology in their homes. This is obviously a pretty old. How many of you have a VCR in your house?
Me.
How many of them are plugged in?
Oh, wait,
How many of them have been used in the last month?
Yeah, mine.
Really?
I've heard movies.
You didn't have to yell that out loud. It's recording.
Okay. Who watched what? That's what I want to know.
Jurassic Park.
What?
Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think it's out on these things. They're like round and they got a little hole in the middle.
Laserdisc.
And yet, your kids won't even know what those are because they won't exist.
Slowly gets laser.
It's all going to be digital downloads. if it isn't already.
It's not even gonna be.
Okay, C represents the number of families with a computer. V represents the number of families with a V. We really should change this worksheet. How many of you have a fax machine at home?
Is that just a printer?
Yeah? Okay.
It's a printer.
Okay. And how many have a standalone fax?
Oh.
Standalone, not part. Okay, there we go. And what I want to know is, so when they made the first fax machine, what good was it?
I want that to make money.
Yeah, like, well, there's only one fax machine.
Mr. Yannick.
There's only one family with a fax machine.
How many families have a computer at home?
7.
Everybody.
No. Read the question.
62 plus 5 plus 4 plus 7.
78.
78.
What? Oh, those numbers represent how many families. Oh. I thought the family name was 62. Wait, 62 people have a fax machine. My name John 62.
That's a lot of big computers.
How many families have all 3 machines in their home? Where do we find that?
The centile.
The centile. How many families have a computer and a VCR?
0 and
No.
62.
What is it?
67.
67.
Ooh.
So it has to be this
And that.
overlap,
Oh, what a trick question.
right? So when you see and, it's an overlap. If it's all 3, then it's the overlap of all 3. If it's 2, then it's one of these shapes, right? That's an and. You've exceeded your quota. What?
Isn't there a name for the shape in the middle of all 3 that's like a triangle?
Sure, find out first, let us know tomorrow.
Okay.
How many families have, look at a rotary engine, I don't know, they kind of look like that. How many families have none of the 3 machines in their homes?
3.
3. How do we know?
Because there's a 3 on the
There
side.
they are out here. So the survey is represented by the box. Everybody surveyed is represented in the box, and
And then there's
3
those
people
3 families.
have, yeah.
They actually multiple.
Forever triples.
How many families do not have a fax machine?
Quite a bit.
10 factorial.
12.
7.
How many families are there in total?
A billion.
700.
100. I don't know, are there 100?
What's 62? That's 80. 80 plus
That's 12, 30, 92, 99, there's 100. How many have a fax machine?
a lot.
So how many don't have a fax machine?
Quite a bit more.
How many families were surveyed? What fraction of the families have a computer or a fax machine?
Are you over 100?
So how do we get computer or fax?
Both the B and the C.
89.
So we had these and these, but we don't want to add these twice, right? So just any, so 7, 69, 79, right?
Yes. Out of 100, is this fraction?
Thank you.
I'm useful sometimes.
You are actually.
Let's agree, disagree.
At least I first.
Each member of a sports club plays at least one of soccer, rugby, or tennis. The following information is also known. Draw a Venn diagram to illustrate the members of the sports club and the sports that they play.
I don't want to do this.
All right, I'm just gonna do this up here.
Watch.
It's okay if we want you to do this. We'll give you the diagram so that I'm not looking at all the different arrangements that you could possibly do, right? And so we're gonna go with like tennis and rugby and soccer. Okay, what number do I put in first? 4. Where do I put 4?
In the centile.
What's that called? Oh, don't know yet, but you'll find out.
Rotary handed.
Looks like I
Motor.
What number do I put in next?
Soccer and rugby.
And then subtract 4. So you find like the sport and this sport and you subtract 4 from that and put it in the correct.
Okay, so sorry, which one was it?
So it's like the 7 play tennis and soccer, you subtract 4 and put 3 between tennis and soccer.
7 play tennis and soccer, which 4 of whom we already have, so 3. Okay, what's next? Well, that's here.
Play rugby and tennis.
Okay, did that. Did that. Okay, what's next?
So 11 play rugby and tennis.
11 play rugby and tennis. 4 of whom we've accounted for, right?
What trick question?
Are you counting?
So rugby, and you got to do your ands first, right? And where you want to start, you got to start with the and that's in the middle. You got to do the all 3.
Where's tennis and soccer?
Okay? So when we do tennis and soccer, we know there are 7 that need to be in this, 4 of whom we already have, so there are 3. Tennis and rugby is this overlap, 4 of whom we have, so there's 7.
Tennis and soccer.
Any more ands?
There's no soccer and rugby.
6 play soccer and rugby.
You got something wrong.
Yeah, I got something wrong. That should be here, right?
That should be there.
And then this should be a 2. You're supposed to point out errors before I make them. No, don't write there. All right, what's next?
43 play
43 play tennis, of whom we've accounted for
7, 14.
14, leaving
9.
only 29 play just tennis, right?
Those people.
All right, what next?
Soccer. Rugby. Why is it 2?
Rugby or soccer or rugby or tennis?
Rugby or tennis.
Got to do rugby or tennis first, right? Because we already have the tennis filled in.
Minus 29.
Okay, so 84 play rugby or tennis. How many of those 84 have we accounted for?
29.
32, 36, 43, 45.
I don't know how to count.
I don't know English, so
Can you add? So of the 84 who play rugby or tennis, how many of them do we have?
Why?
Sorry, I'm counting wrong.
There are only 2 things infinite in this world. One is human stupidity, the other is the universe. I'm not sure about the universe. Einstein said that.
I love how he's talking.
He was giving an argument for the first of Einstein's statements.
By the way, the middle's called the Rouleau triangle.
The Rouleau?
Yeah, it's a round triangle.
Ah, okay.
Shema?
Right, how many go in just rugby? 44? That's 45 here, right? So 44.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
No.
No,
No.
it's not 44.
How many are here?
It's 36.
Okay, tennis or rugby. So all the tennis is 29, 36. There's 43 that take tennis, we know that. Plus 2 here, who play rugby. That's 45. There are 84 that play rugby or tennis. We've accounted for 45 of them. How many are left?
No, we didn't.
Oh no, wait, never mind.
Okay, now can we do play soccer or rugby? Okay, so rugby we've got how many?
I don't know.
Yeah, that, whatever that is.
6 plus 7.
41, 52, 55,
16.
Yes, I was right.
什么？
You're really bad at this. Oh, because some.
all right? So, start in the middle. You got to do this first. Then do your other ands. Okay? Then do your ors. Or, well, do your, if you have one that are just tennises, right? Then I can, once I filled in these 3, then I can fill in this part of that particular circle, right? Then the other ones, I only had rugby or. So remember, or means everything in this circle plus everything in this circle, but don't add stuff up more than once, right? You only count this 2 as belonging to that one. Okay, and what was the final question? How many members does the club have?
A lot.
Is it 100?
I think so.
Okay. Do you know so?
I never know so.
So we're 54, 65, 68, 78, 88. I got like 97. I don't know. What'd you get? 97?
Yeah,
You did something wrong.
It's not funny.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just.
Is that it? Is there more? That's it.